The Boy Who Laughed at Everything, Chapter 1. In a cozy corner of Ohio lived a 7-year-old boy named Leo. Everyone knew him because he laughed at everything. His laugh bubbled out of him like a shaken soda can, bright, warm, and impossible not to join. People said you could hear Leo's laugh before you saw him, like sunshine arriving early. He laughed when the wind blew his hair straight up. He laughed when the neighbor's dog barked at its own reflection. He even laughed when he stared at a piece of pizza and declared, "Nope, that's too pizza-y," as if the pizza had personally offended him. But nothing made him happier than Nana. Nana's kitchen was the warmest place in the world. Every weekend she made bacon and pancakes, sometimes shaped like stars, sometimes like trains, sometimes like Lightning McQueen. Leo clapped every time she flipped one in the air, convinced she had secret pancake flipping superpowers. Grandpa was part of the magic too. He didn't wear glasses. He said he didn't need them because he could spot trouble from a mile away, especially when Leo was around. And best of all, Grandpa didn't need to take Leo to a public pool. They had their very own backyard pool, shimmering under the Ohio sun. Grandpa would already be in the water when Leo ran outside. "Come on, kiddo, show me that cannonball." Leo would sprint, leap, and explode into the water with a splash big enough to soak the fence. They played dolphin races, submarine missions, and Ghostbuster water chases. Sometimes they floated on their backs, staring at clouds shaped like trains and snowmen. And after every splash, every laugh, every adventure, Leo always came back inside to Nana's pancakes. Chapter 2, the weekend of pancakes and possibilities. One Saturday morning, Leo woke to the smell of bacon drifting through the house. It floated like a warm, delicious cloud. He stretched, grinned, and raced to the kitchen. "There's my boy," said Nana, flipping a pancake high into the air. "It's Thomas the Train," Leo gasped. Grandpa walked in, cracking open an ice-cold Diet Pepsi. "I heard laughter. Must be Leo." After breakfast, Grandpa asked, "How about a swim today? Can we be Ghostbusters in the water?" "Only if you don't bust me too hard." They spent the morning splashing, diving, and chasing imaginary ghosts. Leo insisted the deep end was where the super sneaky ghosts lived. Grandpa spun in circles, pretending to be attacked by invisible spirits. Wrapped in a towel afterward, Leo whispered, "Grandpa, when I grow up, I'm going to be a Ghostbuster. Or maybe I'll work with Fred Claus at the North Pole." Grandpa smiled. "You'd be great at both." Leo nodded. "I know." Chapter 3, the Wisconsin road trip. Number 1. Summer meant one thing, Wisconsin. "Pack your bag, buddy," Grandpa said. "We're heading down Alex's." Halfway there, they stopped in Shipshawana. Leo stared wide-eyed at the Amish wagons rolling down the road. "Are we riding in one?" he asked. "You bet." The wagon ride was bumpy and magical. The horses' hooves clopped a steady rhythm, and the driver told stories about life without electricity. Leo imagined living in a lantern-lit house and riding horses everywhere. Afterward, they ate at a little Mexican restaurant. Leo devoured chips and cheese, then barely took a bite of Grandpa's taco. "It's too spicy, but also good, but also too spicy again," he declared. Back on the road, they drove through Chicago, skyscrapers towering above them. "Grandpa," Leo whispered, "are we in a giant's city?" "Feels like it," Grandpa said. When they reached Aunt Alex's house, she ran out with open arms. "There's my favorite nephew." A scavenger hunt in the backyard led him to a toy Rudolph, a Lightning McQueen car, and a tiny Frosty the Snowman. That night, they roasted marshmallows and made Sandlot-style s'mores. Gooey, messy, perfect. "This is the best thing ever invented," Leo said with chocolate on his cheek. Chapter 4, the pizza problem. One evening, Nana made pizza. Leo stared at it like it was plotting something. He leaned in close, squinting at the cheese as if it might move. "It's just pizza," Nana said gently. It's too pizza-y." Nana sat beside him. "Leo, you like bread, right?" "Yeah, bread is good." And you like cheese, right? Cheese is really good. Well, pizza is just bread and cheese together. Leo frowned. But when they're together, it turns into pizza. Grandpa whispered, he has a point. Nana sighed, you don't have to eat it. I just want you to know it's made of things you already like. Leo sniffed the slice again. Still too pizza-y. Nana cut it into stars, hearts, and even a train. But Leo refused. I'll eat bacon, he offered. You can't have bacon for every meal, Nana said. Grandpa whispered, he really has a point. Leo settled for apples and peanut butter. Nana, he whispered later, do you think the pizza knows I don't like it? I think the pizza will survive. Leo giggled, good. The magical Christmas movie marathon. One snowy afternoon, Leo declared it a Christmas movie day, even though it wasn't December. They watched Rudolph, Frosty, Lightning McQueen's Christmas special, and Thomas the Train Saves Christmas. By noon, they were 6 movies in. Grandpa walked in. How many have you watched? 6. It's only noon. We're fast. By the end of the day, they'd watched 9 movies and eaten too many gingerbread cookies to count. Nana, Leo whispered at bedtime, when I work at the North Pole, can you visit me? Of course, she said. I'll bring pancakes. Leo sighed happily. Good. Chapter 6. The day Leo saved the North Pole. One night, after a long day of playing, Leo fell asleep and drifted into a dream so vivid it felt real. He found himself standing in the middle of the North Pole. Snow sparkled like glitter. Candy canes grew from the ground like trees, and in the distance he saw a tall building with a sign that read, Fred Claus, Office of Holiday Cheer. Leo gasped, I made it. Fred Claus himself stepped outside. He wore a red coat, snow boots, and a grin as wide as a sleigh. Leo, we need your help. Leo puffed out his chest. I'm ready. Fred pointed to a group of elves running around in a panic. The gingerbread cookie machine is broken, and without cookies, Christmas spirit is dropping fast. Leo thought for a moment. Did you try turning it off and on? Fred blinked. No, should we? Leo nodded. Always. They marched to the machine. It was huge, bigger than Grandpa's car, and covered in frosting. Leo flipped the switch, waited 3 seconds, then flipped it back on. The machine sputtered, coughed, and then burst into life, shooting out perfect gingerbread. The elves cheered. Fred lifted Leo onto his shoulders. You saved Christmas. Leo laughed so hard he nearly fell off. Then Fred whispered, there's one more thing. Rudolph needs help polishing his nose. Leo gasped, I could do that. He spent the rest of the dream polishing Rudolph's nose, racing Lightning McQueen across the snow, and helping Frosty find his hat. When he woke up, he ran downstairs. Nana, Grandpa, I saved Christmas. Nana smiled. I knew you would. Grandpa nodded. Did you get paid in cookies? Leo grinned. A whole bag. The Ghostbuster in training. One afternoon, Grandpa handed Leo a backpack. This is your Ghostbuster training kit. Inside were goggles, a flashlight, a notebook, and a plastic tube that looked suspiciously like a vacuum attachment. This is the best day of my life, Leo whispered. They hunted pretend ghosts all over the house. Leo found one disguised as a dust bunny. Very sneaky, Grandpa said. Leo scribbled notes. Ghost number 7, weakness, brooms. By the end of the day, the house was spotless, and Leo was officially a Ghostbuster in training. Chapter 8, The Great Pancake Mystery. One Saturday, Nana flipped a pancake, and poof, it vanished. Leo gasped, Nana, it disappeared. A syrup trail led to Harley. Harley sat proudly with a pancake stuck to his face like a mask. That dog has eaten pancakes, shoes, and even pizza, Grandpa said. Nana sighed and said, Harley, God bless you. Leo wrote in his notebook, suspect, Harley. motive, deliciousness. Chapter 9, Summer in Wisconsin, number 2. Wisconsin summers were magic. They swam at the Wendy Peppercorn pools, where Leo zoomed down slides while Grandpa played Sea Monster. They visited the zoo, waving at penguins and lions. They played Viten's mini golf, where Leo's balls bounced everywhere except the hole. They explored the Madison Children's Museum, climbing, building, painting, and laughing. And they always ended with Blue Moon ice cream, turning Leo's tongue bright blue. At night, they sat on the porch, full of good food and sunshine. Grandpa, Leo whispered, Wisconsin is the best. And Alex's house was buried under snow so deep it reached the windows. We're snowed in, Aunt Alex said. Leo grinned, cool. They spent the day building a giant snow fort in the backyard. Grandpa helped carve tunnels while Leo decorated the walls with candy canes he found in Aunt Alex's pantry. Inside the fort, Leo declared himself commander of the North Pole outpost. Grandpa saluted. Commander, what are your orders? Leo thought. We need hot chocolate with marshmallows, big ones. Aunt Alex laughed. Coming right up. That night, they sat by the fire, wrapped in blankets, sipping hot chocolate. Snow fell softly outside, and Leo felt warm and safe. Grandpa, he whispered, this is the best snow day ever. Grandpa nodded. Because you're here. Leo smiled, yeah. Boy who made the world brighter. As the seasons changed, Leo kept laughing, dreaming, splashing, imagining, and loving Nana and Grandpa with all his heart. He still refused pizza. He still adored gingerbread cookies. He still watched Christmas movies in July. He still dreamed of busting ghosts or working for Fred Claus. Nana, Leo asked one night, will I be a good grown-up? You already are a good person, she said softly, and you're only 7. Leo smiled. I'm going to make the world brighter. You already do, Nana whispered, and he did every single day.